Hi guys, welcome to episode 1 of Cantina Conversation. This is going to be where I make a Star Wars themed drink and then talk about an episode of Star Wars and just chill with you and have fun. We were debating on the name. Don't know if we should probably shorten it to Cantina Convo. That sounds like Converse to me a little bit too much, which is just kind of, yeah, that doesn't really work for me. So today we're going to be talking about episode 1 of Ahsoka. The drink we're going to be doing today is Dagobah Swamp Water. And I actually got this recipe from a friend at FanX in Salt Lake City. I apologize, I don't remember your name. If you happen to see this, please give us a shout out so I can give proper credit. But this is his recipe for Dagobah Swamp Water. So to start off, you need 16 ounces of margarita mix and then half a cup of chia seeds, and then you let it soak for several hours. I am going to make a mess. I just know I will, so I have like towels down and everything in preparation for that. I just hope I don't get it all over me. Oh, that looks so gross. Okay. Smells good. Okay, and then you need 1 liter of Fanta pineapple soda and then 1 liter of lemon lime soda. So I'm gonna pour the lemon lime in first. So that's 1.25 liters in here, and I'm gonna save that last little bit too of 0.25 for next episode's drink. I think that looks good. And then the pineapple is definitely gonna, so the margarita mix was all green. It got diluted with the soda, and so hopefully this will make it look gross again. I think it's supposed to look and sound gross, but I think it's supposed to taste amazing. All the floaties in it. Ah. Okay, good enough. Oh yeah, that looks nasty. But I mean, I like chia seeds and everything else, so you should be good in this, right? Oh yeah, that looks interesting. Okay, so I have a glass for you and I have a glass for me, so we can both chat and sip at the same time. Yeah. So you can see the chia seeds are settling at the top bit, so it's gonna be kind of a chunky drink to have. I'm excited. Okay, so there's yours, here's mine. So let's see how it is. It's quite chewy. I like it. I will probably make it again. Maybe I can incorporate the chia seeds into it a little bit better. But it's good. It's good. So I don't know. One thing this reminds me of is the haichus. You have dragon fruit and kiwi haichus, and there's some chia seeds mixed in there to give it like the look of dragon fruit and kiwi. And I like the chia seeds in there. I was thinking it was gonna be kind of like this. There's just so many chia seeds, it's kind of hard to think of anything else. Okay, so I need to get my biggest complaint about Ahsoka over just right off right now. Ahsoka, I had such high expectations for. My biggest disappointment is that I had no one to geek out over with explaining all of Rebels and Clone Wars to, right? Like, Ahsoka was so good that I needed someone to get excited who didn't know Rebels or Clone Wars, that I could just wrap my arms around and explain everything to them. But I didn't have anyone. Mike already knows everything. My Star Wars friends already know everything. My family's not interested in Star Wars, so I didn't have anyone. I was so excited for that because I really wanted to explain how important Thrawn and Ahsoka was, and like why they're looking for Ezra, why he's so important. I mean, heavens, I cosplay Hera, right? So I don't know. That was my biggest complaint. The other thing I wanted to mention was Ray Stevenson, how sad it was, how he passed away before Ahsoka even aired, and how it was a beautiful tribute to him at the end of episode 1. But if you guys happen to see him at Star Wars Celebration Europe, you could go back and see the live clip of him on the live stage, but he was so excited to be in a live action show. He loved his animated voice character that he did, but he was pumped. You could tell that he just loved Baylan so much. He just loved the character. He was very excited to develop it more and see how everyone else took it. And so his energy was it was contagious on stage. It was really fun because he came out with Lars Mikkelsen at the same time, who plays Thrawn. And so that was an epic moment to see him on stage. But he loved it so much, and I was so excited to see how he would have reacted at the end of season 1. So unfortunately, we don't get that. Like me and everyone else, we're all anticipating what Star Wars is going to do, right? For the continuation of the character. I was also very, very excited about Huyang. I did not anticipate him having as much screen time as he did, but with David Tennant and just because he had a few episodes in Clone Wars, but not much more than that. We knew him a little bit, but he had so much. He has so much. He's the mediator between Sabine and Ahsoka. He's the connection of this new order that is not even starting yet, towards 25,000 years of Jedi amazing history. But I was very happy with how much screen time he got. I did want to mention how before Ahsoka even aired, I filled out a bingo chart for predictions for Ahsoka, and that was a lot of fun. Most of my stuff didn't come to pass, unfortunately. It was stuff that I wanted to have happen. One of them was a Doctor Who reference in there because, David Tennant and Huyang. And with how much screen time he got, I think it should have happened. But as far as I know, it didn't. So please let me know if you happen to catch something and I didn't. I'm not a Doctor Who watcher very much, but I appreciated the episodes David Tennant was in. It was great. I was pretty skeptical about Sabine being a Padawan and being Force sensitive. I'm like, she doesn't need that. She's, this amazing Mandalorian who already has such amazing abilities just in fighting, and she's just a genius as it is. We don't need another thing on top of her to make her even more amazing. She's amazing as it is. But it's grown on me a whole bunch. I mean, especially as I've rewatched some episodes of Rebels where Kanan was training Sabine. Yes, she didn't have a big aptitude for the Force, but she could feel, and I don't know, I feel like it went hand in hand with her Mandalorian training, with her abandoning the Imperial Academy and joining the Rebel family. I think it works perfectly, and I was very excited to see that grow. I saw a lot of confusion over the map that Ahsoka found that she said was to find Thrawn. A lot of people were complaining, like, how is this super old map supposed to find Thrawn when he just disappeared in the last few years? And I figured, when I heard those complaints, I thought, oh yeah, maybe they could have explained that better. And then I rewatched the episode, and I thought it was really well explained. This is a super old map to the witches' original home world. It just happens to be where Thrawn was taken because that's the route of the Purgles. So I thought that was pretty clear. I'm not quite sure how Star Wars could have made that more clear for other people to understand. But I also loved how the puzzle at that temple, that Night Sisters temple, looked like a puzzle from like Fallen Order, that you would go in there and have to turn things and solve it and something would happen and come out. I love that. It was great. It was fun to see that in a live action scene. The Lothcats. Everyone's loved the Lothcats. I mean, we loved them so much that we made some for them to sell, and I should have had mine up here with me in here. But they're so amazingly adorable. This live action is so much better than the one that we saw in Mandalorian. I mean, don't get me wrong, the one in Mandalorian was fantastic, but with this one, Merle is just amazing, and everyone needs a Lothcat. We're not pet people, but we would have a Lothcat if we could. Absolutely alive, yes. So the next best thing, we make one, right? As I was excited for these episodes to come out, I was super excited to see how other people reacted to the episodes or different drops on names or characters. But as I was doing that, I saw a lot of people complain that Rebels is... I saw a lot of people complain that they shouldn't have to watch Clone Wars or Rebels just to understand what's going on in Ahsoka. And I'm thinking, okay, that's kind of fair. But at the same time, if you were part of the Rebels family to begin with, you would know how amazing this is, and you would know that that was made for us. For example, Star Wars Celebration Europe and the live stage, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau came out, and it got to the point where Dave Filoni, actually, he just started crying because he could just feel the love and appreciation from all the fans around him. He just started crying and saying, we do this for you guys. He made Ahsoka for us. He made Ahsoka for the Rebels lovers. And so when people complain that I shouldn't have to watch, 7 series of Clone Wars and 7 seasons, there we go. I shouldn't have to watch 7 seasons of Clone Wars and 4 seasons of Rebels just to understand 1 season of Ahsoka. No, you should, just to appreciate it as much as you can, because it's just that good, and it was made for us who have been in it for the long haul and loved it since day one. Another thing that I saw a lot of people complaining about was how the lemon lime and the extra lemon in it kind of stays in my mouth for a while. It's good. I saw a lot of people complain about how Sabine got stabbed and she survived it, right? That's happening a lot more recently in Star Wars, and how everyone's like, oh, poor Qui-Gon, he should have survived too. I could go into a lot of detail for that. I saw some people back it up by saying, no, she survived it because Shin Hati purposely gave her a non-fatal stab because she was loving the fight so much, and she saw that the fight was coming to an end, and she wanted it to continue, but wanted to let Sabine know, hey, I won. Boom, there you go. Personally, what I think why Sabine had a non-fatal stab was because, similar to Shin Hati purposely not giving her a fatal stab, was because Ahsoka had come right overhead. Shin had the map, had to get away with it. That was her number 1 priority. And so lightsaber just went off. And so she lost my train of thought. So in order to make sure that she could get away with enough time with the map, she gave Sabine that fatal stab wound, or non-fatal stab wound, so that Ahsoka would prioritize Sabine instead of chasing her. And I think that makes absolute perfect sense. If you got another theory, or if you back the other one up, let me know. But I have no issue at all with her surviving another stab wound. It makes perfect sense to me. Overall, I loved episode 1. It was fun to be back into a series of Star Wars. I've loved it ever since Mando's come out, that all the new stuff with Kenobi and Andor, it's all been fantastic for me. And so I'm excited to continue with you and chat some more. And please let me know what other thoughts and ideas you have about these episodes. May the Force be with you.